Greetings.
Hi, how are
I'm
you?
listening.
Great to meet you.
I've been expecting you.
For the good
You've
of
come
all.
get the voodoo.
Hey there.
And you are?
Light be with you.
Great to
You
meet
come to consult the spirits?
Welcome to Orgrimmar. Have you come to serve the Horde?
Sail here, me buy and trade. What?
Sail here, me buy and trade. What?
Hello and welcome to Ctrl Alt WoW, the podcast for those of us who love World of Warcraft, virtual reality, and many other games like Final Fantasy, and love playing many alts. Today is Sunday, November 27th, 2022, and this is episode 773 entitled Out Here on My Own. I am Aprillian, and with me are my two co-hosts. Hi, Constrax. How are you?
I'm feeling fantastic. I'm moved back a little bit from the microphone because I think it picks up the echo on the microphone. And I'm just so looking forward to this week. I can't speak enough. I got volumes of gaming to do. But how about yourself, Aprillian? How are you doing?
I am doing great. The weather lately has been really nice. Maja and I took a nice long walk today, and it was like 50 degrees, which is, pretty incredible. Although, yeah, I took her to Petco and got her some new treats, and she doesn't like them, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Curly, how are you doing?
I'm good. I had a very fulfilling Thanksgiving. I cooked for myself. Yep, for the first time. I did chicken instead of turkey though. But I had mashed potatoes and yams and stuffing and corn, and I had oatmeal raisin cookies for dessert, and I just finished it all today.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. I also went for a walk today. I went to the Target Market and got me a bunch of snacky snacks that I already ate. And have been lounging around the last couple of days. I actually have accepted a new job this week. Last
really?
week. Yeah.
Is it different from what you were doing before? You don't have to mention what you were doing, but
I was making appointments for a medical facility,
right?
For patients, and now I'll be helping people book travel.
Oh, that's exciting.
And I have, it's a little more money. Benefits are some better benefits, but the pay is better, which is always a good thing.
Moving on up.
But I don't start until the 12th.
Okay.
So I have like 2 weeks off.
Ooh.
Just in time for the X-Pack.
How fortuitous.
Right? Serendipitous even.
Yeah, I made a turkey breast this year, and I brined it, and it came out very, very moist. And I made candied yams, but I made light candied yams. I didn't put a lot of sugar. I didn't do the whole marshmallow thing, and it was really yeah, it was good. It was really good. I guess, we have, I don't know what to call it anymore. Some people call it family giving or family giving, Friendsgiving.
I've not heard of this.
Another group calls it the day of mourning.
For
the indigenous people, and yeah. But you guys, of course, Canada doesn't celebrate it at all, right?
Well, Thanksgiving, yeah, we celebrate. We just celebrate a different date.
Right. Oh, okay.
Americans are wrong to celebrate on the 25th, I think. We celebrate earlier in October, and then we don't have food coma so close to Christmas.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how you do it with all the turkey. I had turkey sausage for breakfast. It was wonderful, but I have to stop at a certain point. Otherwise, I get bloated. I eat too much, and I have food coma instantaneously.
Well,
You say that like it's a bad thing.
right. I think food coma is a part of the
It's like a goal.
right. It's a tradition.
You don't get achievement points for food coma.
All right. So what's going on this week in WoW?
So this week in WoW, we have. 1 sec, I gotta up my page here. Sorry, chat room.
Guard.
I get distracted sometimes, especially when I'm only going 4 hours of sleep.
I know the
So
feeling.
I'll talk about that more in my content. But this week in WoW, we have Classic Ashran coming in to an end on Tuesday. So if you need more of those kills for the Warlord achievement, go into Ashran. Try and get into a group that does like killing pandas or killing gnomes or killing goblins, because the killing Thorns, killing trolls is easy, but the other classes like basically Pandarans, what people did at the start of the expansion, they lined up 10 pandas in front of the base, and they would just kill pandas, and they would get the achievement in 1 day. So Blizzard kind of changed the rules a little bit, so now it's harder to get that achievement. You can still do it in the outside zones in Draenor, but you have to kill a panda that's worth experience or honor. So they have to be green to you at minimum. Otherwise, it doesn't count. So what I've done previously is I've leveled a troll to max level, and I just killed the troll over and over, earning bloody coins, so I can buy the Vengeful Perkament. And you also get... whatchamacallit, I think a mount or something. Anyway, you can get an achievement for 2,000 bloody coins, but enough of that. That's Warlords of Draenor. If you want to do your PvP Brawl Classic Ashran, it ends on Tuesday, so you have to get it done before Tuesday. Starting Tuesday, we have Torghast Unbridled Darkness begins, and Tuesday will be the expansion, I think. Because the expansion drops on Monday.
It's tomorrow.
Torghast, you'll be past max level for Shadowlands. So hopefully it'll be a little bit easier for you to get those achievements out of the way. But who knows? Some people are going to be leveling to max tomorrow, yes. PvP Brawl Packed House begins on Tuesday. Although I don't know who's going to be doing PvP. Some people do PvP right out of the gate. They want the PvP gear from Season 1. And they're willing to do anything, kill anyone, sabotage anything, backstab their own mother. What? But yeah, you make a tune just so you can murder it.
Oh no!
So I think there's going to be lots and lots of BGs going on right at launch, because you can level doing PvP if you want. So
yeah, well, it's good you can start collecting honor too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I redid my talent points this week. I'll talk about that a little bit more in my segment. But go and do the expansion, having the blessings of all Control Out WoW. We love your comments and emails. Send them in. And that's pretty much what's going on this week in WoW.
Okay. And today was the last day of the 18%. The anniversary.
The extra. Yeah.
I only got 2 levels the whole of the event doing pet battles. I was too busy doing other stuff. I didn't have time to level anything.
I wish I could get into pet battles. I just could. I don't know. I just can't.
What you need for pet battles is 1 Dark Moon Tongue, 1 Scourge Whelpling, and a Fell Flame. That's it. Those are the 3 pets you need for everything. And then Icky. Icky is like 7 gold.
Well, what if you want to level something else, though? there's like so many like pets to level. It's
But you
bananas.
need like 3 main pets to be like your core pets when you need to finish a pet battle, no matter what.
Right, and then you
Like
bring
you get the
in.
safari hat because once you have the safari hat, you get 10% extra XP.
Right, all right. All right. Well, let's move on and let's start with our week.
Hello, Control Alt WoW, it's Curly here. Or should I say, hello, Conqueror, this is Curly here. Calling with my adventures, and I can't do Big D, I just can't right now. Yeah. Hello, Control Alt WoW. Yes, this is Curly.
Curly, how's your week in WoW been?
Oh, pre-X-Pack baloney. I have pretty much just been leveling, or doing the the Dragon Isle stuff, on like 860s.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I decided I'm going to level Curly, my human female hunter, of course. And I kind of made that decision yesterday. And I leveled, I have a bunch of other 60s. I haven't decided what the follow-up's going to be, because once the rested XP gets used up is when I usually switch over to another tune.
Right.
So I haven't figured out what that is going to be. Somebody on the horde. I have a bunch that I could do. I just haven't picked it out yet. So did I tell you? I created devastation and preservation Draxair for both accounts, and on 2 of them I did them wrong, so I had to redo them. So I did the Draxair opening sequence with 6 times. I could pretty much do it in my sleep right now.
So when you say you did it wrong, what do you mean by wrong? You did.
I thought
something.
If you want to choose Horde or Alliance, you do that right in the beginning. Each strip of classes or races.
Right. That makes sense.
It has. I thought you picked it when you finished. So on 2 of them, I actually picked the Horde instead of the Alliance. So I had to redo 2 Draxair for my Alliance, and I felt like the biggest goofball. I was like, "How did I miss this?" I'm like, "I can't believe this." I did have a lot going on last week, though. So I could literally do it in my sleep. But what I thought was funny, what I didn't realize was, when you create a Draxair, you start off on the Dragon Isles, and then you go to Azeroth, and then you're going back to the Dragon Isles, I assume tomorrow. So that's going to be neat. But I also, the Draxair have a couple of neat little extra things, not unlike the float on the Demon Hunter. They have you can launch yourself up into the air and you can float down, which is wicked cool. You can go through a whole zone. You can hover. It's a fun class. It really is a fun class. I healed. The DPS though is way nerfable right now. I am not that good at any DPS class, but every dungeon I went in on my devastation Draxair, I was 16,000 DPS. And that's not even trying. So I imagine it's easy. It was easy to figure out. It's not that hard. The customization is wicked fun. I would create one just for the sake of making it look the way you want it to look. But the armor
that you can have naked armor. So even if Draxair is naked, he's still wearing chainmail or whatever.
Well, I guess so. As you collect gear on your Draxair form, the armor doesn't change. You can you can set it to be specific sets of armor. I imagine because the armor would look weird on a dragon, I'm guessing.
So it's like auto transmog, whatever. You don't have to push the transmog yet.
It doesn't look. Yeah, you can pick the armor when you create the tune or when you transmog it. Like there's a whole set of armor options that you can pick, full or none. But like you don't ever show the armor that you put on. Someone said belts and shoulders, but I didn't notice that. But so that was a little weird. But you can see it on your humanoid form. The armor will show on the Dragster's humanoid form, which I don't know how I feel about the humanoid form. It looks like a human female for both Alliance and Horde. I was thinking it'd be a little more either specific to each, or maybe not did something new. But yeah, but it's a human female with like scales and stuff. It's but it's the same for both. I don't know what I was thinking, but that was that. But so yeah, so on like 6 or 7 60s, I got all that stuff. You have to get the new armor. Doing those group fights though is so much fun. Like it is just so much fun. For the Alliance, it is the Badlands. For the Horde, I forget where it is. But it is just a whole mess of people in there fighting those elemental things, and it is so much fun. I can't believe how much fun I had. I felt like I was 13 years old on my first roller coaster. I was like, this is the best thing ever. They should do this all the time. It was a lot of fun. And I did DPS and I did heals, and it's just so cool. It's so cool. So that was that. Talent trees for me are getting a lot easier to kind of figure out and understand. They are still a little complicated, but like it is starting to make a little more sense or look a little less intimidating. Like my hunter only really has like 5 things. So all the talents kind of boost those things. And so it's a lot of passive talents, which, instead of looking for other stuff to add, you can add other like, actionable stuff, but doing the like the starter build, I would like it has an automatic starter build for you that you can use if it's too much for you to figure out. So it's kind of looking over those and saying, okay, that's what this does, and that's what this does, and trying to figure out where Stampede was, or the on my Guardian Druid, like the charge version, the Guardian version of charge. Like you have to pick it. It's not automatic. So that was kind of interesting. The default UI, I love it. I just love it. I was using Bartender to kind of mess around with my UI.
Right. Yeah.
But sometimes I could crash. I noticed that sometimes, and using Bartender and Healbot could sometimes cause a problem because they're both UI messed around our wizards and all that kind of stuff. But so using the default UI, it's so customizable. You can shrink things, you can make them bigger, you can make them smaller, you can move things anywhere on the screen. So I've come to appreciate that a lot more than I did in the beginning, especially now that I know how to do stuff. And the last thing I found was there is a new dungeon specifically for Dragon Isle. It's Uldaman, the Legacy of Tyr. Is actually in the Dungeon Finder. I was going to
drops 278 gear, I think.
Yeah, and I was going to the what is it? The group, not the group finder, the pre-made group one, and going to search for that one. And if you're on DPS, it doesn't happen. So it's the fact that it's actually in a dungeon finder is mad helpful.
So it's like Mythic Plus or whatever.
No, it's like if you go to specific dungeons in the Dungeon Finder, it should be right there. It's under World Events, which I also think is a new thing. But yeah, but that's pretty much it for my week. All I did was get my tunes ready for tomorrow. According to the map on the loading screen, we get the thing. What time is it? Tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll be at work, so it's okay. I'll come home later in the night, play it when everyone's going to sleep.
They're doing maintenance tomorrow from 7 to 8.
Right.
And then they flip over to the new expansion at 6 p.m.
Oh.
So exciting.
It is exciting. It's very much exciting. All right. Oh, excellent. Oh. How you doing? I get excited. I get giddy and love making mini alts. My dog is trying to poop for the Horde and for the Alliance. It was funny on my head.
And Brilliant, how was your week?
My week has been so good. I am really, 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 really proud of myself. I'm going to start with Zenith. Okay, so I put some pictures in the show notes, and it shows you how up close and personal you are when you're battling someone in Zenith. Then they brought in pets. So now you can go and capture pets. And it's like almost like Pokemon in real life, because you get these balls and you throw it at the pet, and depending on the success or your level of your throwing, you take their aggression down. So it's almost like it's very similar to when you were capturing a hunter pet, like when you're loving at them, but you're
right?
So it's a mixture of that and Pokemon. And they did a really good job. It's a lot of work. I made a mistake in the beginning because I took the quest from the guy to catch the pets without reading the quest and understanding everything. And you get some balls when you start, but then afterwards you have to spend $150 a ball. It turns out that you can go through a lot of balls. I had 7,000 when I started, and I ended up going through all that and then spending my time grinding to get more money so I could buy more balls. But I finally got my Firefly pet. I put a picture in the show notes, I think, of my Firefly pet. And then, I watch stuff on YouTube, and I watch it on my Apple TV. And I guess it's the same on regular YouTube if you watch it on TV. But what happens is it will keep, if you look at one thing, it'll keep recommending stuff of a similar vein, if that makes sense.
Right.
And so because I had looked at some Zenith stuff, this guy, and I put a link in the show notes. He is let me see. I want to make sure I got his name right. Looking at Ildris. I was looking at Ildris Elba about.
Oh yeah.
About
he
is really
nice.
funny.
Yeah.
But he also talks about the Absolute Fabulous show when that was pretty funny.
I just got BritBox, and he is in the second season of the show called Silent Witness. It's about people who dead people. They cut up dead people, and he's he's 20. He's gonna be 25. He looks exactly the same now as he did then. I mean,
right? He does.
He is all hubba hubba. Yeah, he's a good looking fella.
So this guy is, I just want to get his name right. I did put a link in the show notes, but I want to get his name right. He is, Z-Storm VR. Z-Storm VR. And he does a ultimate guide to pets and creature catching in Zenith. One of the biggest problems with Zenith, as an MMORPG in VR, it works perfectly. The only problem is there's not a lot of information. And a lot of times to get stuff, you really do have to go on YouTube. They did put in, with the new update in the pets, they did put in some tutorials. But, where would we be without, what's that guide that we do everything for?
Wikipedia?
Yeah, yes. Is that what it's called?
Google?
No. Wowpedia.
Wowhead.
Oh, Wowhead.
Wowhead and Wowpedia, right. So, imagine here's this brand new game and these resources aren't out here. So this gentleman actually did a good job, because one of the things you had to do, and you know how I play World of Warcraft. I play all my games the same way. I just go in and get into it, get my hands dirty, and not necessarily even read the quest. I mean, how many times when you were supposed to feed the animal something, or feed the mob something, instead you're killing it, and you're like, why am I not getting credit for this? Because you did not read the quest. So for Zenith and pet training, you have to go to, it's called your agent book.
Right.
And it's a list where you get certain things. It's kind of like the war thing outside of the building in Ogrimmar. It's where you get your direction and you activate something. So it was just kind of sad for me, because I had been buying all of my balls and spending money, but if you go to this, you activate this this quest line, as it was, I guess that's what you would call it, then you will get 75 balls every day. So every day you go and to the quest guy and he gives you 7. So that's 11,250 Zen is what they call their money in Zenith. So that I could have saved instead of buying all these balls. But anyway, so you live and you learn, and you the biggest thing is you got to read your quests and understand. So I put a picture in the show notes of my tune. It's really nice how you can customize them. And I've just been having a lot of fun in Zenith. In fact, I think I played 4 hours straight, and then I had to stop because my headset batteries died. Which is crazy, because I have, one headset died, and then I went and put on another headset and played some more. Which is crazy that I realize I have 5 Quest headsets, which is ridiculous. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I have 2 of these because I had one at work, and I had one here, and then I had a 128 gigabyte that I had loaned a friend, and then I have a 64 gigabyte in the box, never been opened. They don't even make them anymore because they realized that was too small. Now there's 128 and 256. And then I have the Quest 1, which I should probably boot up just to see how it's doing, because I haven't turned it on in a while. I've been doing Supernatural. I have 3 different VR exercising things. Actually 4. I've been doing the Supernatural, which they recently got the knee kicks, and it's the one where you can either hit things with a bat or you can do boxing, which is kind of neat. I've also been doing the new Haladia, and this one, I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but my
What
cadence.
is Haladia?
Haladia.
What is Haladia?
It's and I'll put a screenshot in the show notes. It's an exercise game. And there's one. I put a screenshot in the show notes. But what it is you can do it 2 ways. It can connect to my elliptical, and then as I am riding on the elliptical, it will move me through these different scenes, and they have over a dozen places you can visit. There's Paris. There's one of my favorites, which is Antarctica. And there's a big whale that goes up, that flies up in the air and lands in the water. It's really neat. There's one in outer space, and you end up like flying over a planet, sucking stars. It's just really beautiful. And then there's one that I really, really like that's called Cyberpunk. And so you're flying, you're going through this city, and it's like just the future. Like there's all these buildings, there's flying cars, there's trains running upside down the buildings. But if you don't have an elliptical or a Bluetooth enabled device to ride on, you can actually just move your arms and walk in place. And it has a new feature now that is called combos, that as you walk, or you can ski, or you can do a thing with your hands where you're running a bike like that, hand cycling, I guess you call it. But then every so often you get to a place where you work out. And it's all different kinds of things. There's throwing a ball through a moving hoop. There's boxing. There's breaking a board like karate. There's sawing, and all these. And there's like picking up stuff and putting it up. And it's just all these things to get you going in between doing your workout. And so I feel like that's been like really helping. I feel stronger. I feel healthier. Because VR is not just about killing things and playing things. And the other thing I've been doing is just getting on my elliptical with the headset on, and I watched Hamilton. I talked about this last week, but when you're watching it with the VR on, you're on the stage. And I watched almost the whole movie. I still have a couple more of the scenes. I stopped at Burn. Have you seen Hamilton?
No.
No? Okay. It's really beautiful. But you can watch anything with the headset on. And so this was just a way of, distracting yourself while you're using the elliptical. So that was fun. I am getting better at Population 1. I'm still playing. I put a screenshot where where I came in second, but I got 6 kills. It was one of my best games, There's a whole bunch of controversy going on Population 1 right now for 2 reasons. One reason is that some people are just really good. No matter what you do, no matter what game, even in, World of Warcraft, there are going to be situations where someone spends an enormous amount of time, maybe, I don't want to say like they're unemployed, or maybe they just have time, and you're going to have a group of people who are always going to be much better at a game than you are. I just accept that, you know. I was playing today with a group of people, and one of them was a young kid. I think he might have been a teenager. And when I play, I have verified over my head because I applied to Big Box to get verified so that it's just a way to show that you're streaming or you're a streamer or whatever. And the kid had killed a couple of people, and he says to me, "Oh, April, I can't believe that I killed more people than you are. Why is that?" Well, I said, first of all, you have more testosterone than I do, and you're younger than I am. Your reflex is probably better. But, you know, I have fun no matter what I do. If I go in and I don't win, it's okay. I just really, really, really feel bad for people who get upset. And the last thing I want to talk about is I signed up. I bought this new game, and this was kind of interesting because I wanted to see what it would be like. It's called Librarian. I'll put a link in the show notes, and it's a virtual reality study aid. And the way it works is you can go in, and there are some things like stories and books and information that you have to well, the game itself is the game. It's not really a game. It's more of an experience. It's $20. And then once you get into it, there are things that people set up to learning guides. I'm not explaining it right, but it's more like an immersive study thing. So I'm looking forward to reporting on it. I just got it today, and I'm going to go in and find out what it's about. And I'm just excited about this new way of learning. And I think it'll be really good. And that's been my week. My Viola Sands didn't sell, but I put it back up for $85,000. So
that's good. I sold 5 vials of the Sands this week, so I feel for you. They didn't always go for the right price, but you know, it is what it is.
Right. I've got 3 now, 1 on auction and 2 in my bag. So, and I'm still in awe over your gift, Constructs. Constructs gifted me the upgrade, so I'll have it on my one account.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It was extremely nice. Oh, and I got
You're welcome. I know you'll put it to good use.
Yeah, and I still have I'm still opening all the stuff I have. Drax. I'm gonna unwrap him now. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh. And Drax and Mercus. Oh, they are adorable. So thank you very much. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I think it's like a mini Alex Straza in pet form.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go level them now. And that's been my week.
I've had a fantastic weekend. Wow, it's very comforting. Those battlegrounds where you're not necessarily putting out more damage, but you feel like you're contributing more by pushing all the buttons all at once. Bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Constructs, how was your weekend? Wow.
Well, I kind of took a break from WoW. I don't know. I wasn't feeling the love for grinding stuff, so
it
I
happens.
kind of rolled back into different games. I went on the Epic Store and I got Rogue Squadrons, or I got Squadrons, which is X-Wings versus TIE Fighters 5v5.
Ooh.
So I got that for free. It's a value of $54, so paid nothing for that. I got Heroic Edition for my second account after gifting you last week the Epic version. I got Heroic because I wanted to have a boost on my second account in case I need it.
Right.
I got Heroic Edition. I also got another game from Electronic Arts. It's called
Sims.
Cool. No, Sims was up there, but I didn't want it. I got. I'd have to open the Epic Store, but I got another free game. It was basically. Oh yeah, I got Mass Effect Legendary Edition, episode 1, 2, 3. So basically, my brother said about 30 hours of gameplay, and you get a good story, and you can get Shepherd or FemShep, the female version. And I'm not interested in any of the amorous stuff. None of that matters to me. What I want to know is the story.
Right.
So I want to watch cutscenes. I want to watch, the rescue, the this and that, all the epic story of people dying and stuff. My brother said you have to watch this one character, Joker, and I've already seen Joker with the starting sequence. So I'm like, oh, okay, so I know who that is. And he goes, the story's really, really good. You have to pay attention to the details. So I'm watching every cinematic with great anticipation. Unfortunately, when I went to log out of it, it's a 32-bit program, and I have a 64-bit computer. It couldn't handle me trying to leave the game. So it crashed my Electronic Arts account.
Oh, no.
It crashed my Steam account. It crashed my my Epic Store. It crashed a whole bunch of stuff, and I had to reboot the computer 3 times to try and get some of that back. And then I had to do a password reset because my old password no longer worked. So I was like, oh my goodness, like all that just to leave a game. And I have the game on like ultra easy because all I care about is the cutscenes. I don't care about the missions and stuff. None of that matters.
Right.
Killing 50 or 100 soldiers is not important to me. What's important to me is where does the story go? Why is this game so good? Why do people talk about it so much? John Jagger on Azeroth Roundtable talked about it for years and years until Ben from Azeroth Roundtable tried it. So, and he said it's really good. He's played the story more than once, so he wants to watch the cutscenes over and over. So, I thought, I don't know, maybe I can invest some time away from WoW to do other stuff. And along that line, I thought maybe I could go back into MechWarrior 5. So I set up my stream, and I tried to alt-tab out so I could watch the stream what was going on. But as soon as I did anything out of the ordinary, the game would crash. So it's another one of these 32-bit games that are not quite ready for the 64-bit everything. So it's got Unreal Engine 4 or Unreal Engine 5. It's really come along in the graphics department, but occasionally you see the graphics are all messed up in one section of the game. So you have to either reboot or play through the mission with crappy graphics on one corner of the screen. So I streamed it, and there was about 20 people in my chat room.
Oh, nice.
They said there's no sound. Well, I was washing my clothes at the same time, so I'm like, I got to sacrifice something. So either I sacrifice the sound or I don't stream. And some people wanted to watch how the game goes. So I did a couple explanations of cold storage. I would type in the chat room. I would say what I was doing, what mission I was picking. I did a really, really hard mission that had awarded double salvage. So that really upped my game because now I don't just salvage small and medium mechs. I can salvage heavy mechs. So that really, really brought the game forward quite a bit. And I repeated this one mission over and over and over, like dailies, basically, because I wanted to have 30 million in the bank in case I find an assault mech that's available for purchase. So it tells me you have learned 6% of the mechs out there. I'm like, oh my gosh. There's like 100 mechs you can play. So it does cutscenes. It does different things. I really like the audio. The girl is in there. she has a voice like Cortana that's really easy to listen to. So she usually tells me when I'm doing something good or when I'm doing something wrong or when the mission's over, run away before they shred your weapons. So in this game, MechWarrior 5, as long as you don't lose any weapons, your repair bill is very low. But as soon as you lose one weapon, your repair bill becomes like 500K or 600K. It escalates really quickly. So you have to have kind of insurance failure. So you have to buy these points. You have to award them between payment, salvage, and insurance. So you always make sure there's at least one insurance point in the mission so that you negotiate in case something goes wrong and you lose a mech. If you lose a mech, it's not a big deal. If your pilot's injured, it's really bad because the pilot's injured for anywhere from 62 to 69 days. So it takes a long time for the pilot to recover. Not only that, if they're injured 3 times, the next time they get injured, they're killed. And you spent all that time training the guy. Basically, I found out that while I was playing, you can press the Y key to switch to a different mech. So let's say your mech's taken a lot of damage, is about to lose a weapon. You can switch to one of your co-pilots, and he becomes the pilot for your mech, and you become the pilot for his mech. So you can jump into a fresh mech, basically somebody who's taken no damage, who's got all his weapons, and you can complete the mission. All you have to do is make sure that guy's tucked away in a corner of the screen and he's not pulling aggro. So he doesn't engage, he doesn't face that hardship or damage or incoming threat. You want to make sure to keep that one guy safe because if he dies, you've put basically weeks of work into that one guy to make sure he has good missile skills, good ballistic skills, good laser skills. Laser skills are the most important because if you tag something with a laser, you automatically get a missile lock, and that's quicker than waiting 3 seconds for missile lock. So you always want to make sure everybody has the best laser skills that they can get. Once they're up to maximum laser skills, you switch them over to a missile boat, and you train them to be your wingman as a missile boat. It's kind of like going on a mission with somebody who's like a level 1. You want them to level up to the same level you are, so they can take more punishment and they can fight better fights. And in Mercenaries 5, it's really, really hard to get started. You basically start with 1 million C-bills and 1 mech. So you rescue a pilot, and that pilot becomes your second in command. He has the best piloting skills of anybody you're going to recruit. So you always want to make sure that guy is taken care of. He has the best possible training. He has the best possible everything, so that if you get in trouble, he can come in there to save your butt, basically. But I played pretty much all night MechWarrior 5. I didn't want to grind. Apparently, there's a trinket that you can get from the invasions. The invasions until tomorrow, until 6.
Yeah, the elemental invasions. Yeah.
Yeah, the elemental invasions. I don't know if the trinket's buying an account or not. Is the trinket? If the trinket, the trinket you build from the 4 invasions, is it buying on account?
Oh, I had seen that, but will admit I didn't pay much attention to it. Sorry.
Yeah, I just want the pet for doing a couple missions.
I know that you have to kill the main boss, the fire, the water, and the earth, I think.
Yeah, and then you have to combine all 4 pieces into one, basically.
Is it 4?
Yes, there's 4 in 4 different style of invasions. So there's probably earth, water, fire,
air,
wind, or something. It's always the 4 elements, like, okay, I get it. You have to do all these different things and grind mobs and grind invasions, grind this, grind that. I'm not interested. That stuff does not do anything for me. Grinding for the sake of one slot, unless it's a bind on account thing that I can pass off to my alts. it's just one slot. I could buy the Dark Moon trinket. I could just buy it outright when I start the game. I don't have to wait. Like, I could get the trinket, but like, is it going to be that good? Is it like a alchemist trinket? It's an heirloom, Duvisse says. Okay, so I want the heirloom, so I have to grind.
Oh, now I'm interested.
Yeah.
Now I have to stay up all night to grind this one. I don't really want to. I wish I could just buy it later, but
we're such slaves. We're slaves.
We're slaves. We want everything. I want the toys. I want all the toys. Anyway, I made my evoker, and I went 3 quests, and I'm like, I'm done with this class. I come back later. I'll try later. Basically, to me, it's just like a big AoE boat. Does AoE fire, AoE healing, AoE lightning, AoE this, AoE that, AoE. I see so many evokers apologizing in raid. I tell them all, if you can't hit the boss, just heal. And a lot of them seem to get it. Like if they're not competitive on DPS, all they got to do is heal.
Oh, all you got to do is if you're if you're healing somebody hitting the boss, you get to pick it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I tell people, if you don't know what to do, just heal. Like you don't have to murder everything. I'm pretty much done with it all far. I've gotten everything I want out of there. I could get another weapon for my druid, but I think I'm going to level the druid first and just do professions on my rogue for the start of the expansion. I want to see the story, but I like Shadowlands. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm mostly going to level on the weekend. Friday night is now going to be basically Mass Effect night. So my brother wants to see me play, so I'll stream it while I'm playing it. But the problem is, because it's a 32-bit program, if it crashes, it brings down a whole bunch of stuff with it. All the 32-bit programs go. So when you run a 64-bit computer, you don't want one program to crash. And I was talking to Miss Constrax, and she's talking back to me, and we're negotiating about stuff, and I killed her computer last night. I tried to do the update. I tried like 30 times. There's a USB 3.0 update that won't go through no matter what. So I looked at the computer. It's a Windows 7 laptop. It's done. It's gone as far as it can go. I repaired it for the last time, and it's basically a paperweight now. So I told my wife, I said, you need a new laptop. She goes, what kind of laptop do I need? I go, just buy a Mac. I go, a Mac will last you like 8-10 years.
Can I tell you something funny? The computer that I'm on right now, I bought on Black Friday 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I can't believe, and it's so dusty. I really need to get it. Oh, it's wicked raining out.
Oh, yeah.
It is. It's raining.
Yeah, the weather is supposed to be really bad in Ontario for us in Canada, like north of where you guys are. It's like devastating weather. We had so many packages be late. Amazon, for the first time ever, told me they couldn't deliver my package.
Because of the weather?
Because of the weather. They said, can we deliver it tomorrow? I'm like, it's Amazon Prime. You guys have 2 days anyway. I don't care. Just bring it tomorrow. Like, not a big deal. Like, you don't have to send out a guy at midnight to deliver a package. It's not going to make any difference.
That's very not OCD of you.
Well, it's a pair of earbuds for my iPhone.
Oh, I got these.
Why do I need those right? What difference is that going to make?
I got these. They suck.
Yeah.
Wicked suck.
Earpods. I didn't want. I wanted to plug in the phone, so I said that lightning to the earbuds is fine. I don't need anything fancy, so I stream basically for hours. I haven't hooked up my YouTube to my Twitch yet because I don't really want to record. I don't have enough followers yet. Once I get to 50 followers, like if I get to 50 followers, I'm at Twitch TV/Constructs1. If you guys want to follow me, if I get to 50, okay, I'll stream and record what I stream basically. But until then, it's like it's not there's nothing great or amazing about my stream. I just try to record or to play stuff that is irrelevant to some people. Like, for example, when I did my talent page on my rogue, I haven't used Tricks of Trade in like 5 years. I think I used it once or twice. So I said, I don't need that talent. I just don't.
Yeah.
So I removed it.
Yeah.
Well, it's gone. I'm really never going to use that.
Can I tell you what? Like, you can do like a DPS bear or a tank kitty. I mean, you can actually make those work. Yeah.
You can switch the talents around to what you need, and basically, if there's skills in there that you're never going to use, don't put the points in them. Just put the points in something else that you think you're going to use or that you want to try.
It's very customizable. Yeah.
If you don't like it after 20 minutes, change it back. You don't have to be in a rested area. You can change it on the fly, whenever, wherever. If some talent doesn't work for you, gone. And what I did is when I was playing my rogue, I left the talent page up for an hour. So there was a rogue girl in there. She wants to copy my talent tree. Go ahead. It's there. You can see it. You can see what I put my points into. I want to be able to teleport to my target to whack it or blind it, so my teammates can arrive on the target and just swoop around it and destroy it. Because I have a feeling Evoker is super mobile. Like, I saw a Demon Hunter chase down an Evoker, and basically it took him like 150 yards to catch up.
Yeah.
And like,
they can hover.
It's so fast to get away. So you had to chase, stun, chase, stun, chase, and CC, so that he could have like 8 guys cornered as one Evoker, because the healing on it was so good that he's a Demon Hunter tank, and he couldn't kill this Evoker. He had to have 6 people around the Evoker to kill it. So obviously, Evoker is going to be one of those hero classes that's going to be hard to kill in PvP.
You know it's going to get nerfed, though.
It's going to get nerfed. Oh, yeah, at some point. But as of right now, Blizzard wants to sell expansions. So they're going to keep it buffed until they've sold enough, basically. And I think since it's coming out November 28th, there's no other game coming out that week. Blizzard's going to have record upon record upon record smashed. They're just going to kill it. Everywhere I go on YouTube, it's like, Dragonflight this, Dragonflight that, Dragonflight. Okay, I get it. Like, the game's coming out any day now. Everybody's got something to say about it. Everybody's got something good to say about it. Even Asmongold's been featured in one of the commercials.
Really?
From his stream, one clip from his stream, and they go, "Oh, he blinked his eyebrow twice while doing the clip." Come on, you really look at that stuff. I like Kaka. It's all good. He's laughing about it, like he's happy. You know, like he wasn't playing Shadowlands like he wanted to, but now Dragonflight's coming out, and he's really happy about that. So
Pedro Pascal did a WoW commercial.
Really? Yeah. He did. But you can have your own dragon. It's in an airport hangar. He's getting fired to everything, and like
that's great.
Other actors, it's like really good. I'm excited for the expansion. I don't know how much time I'm going to have to play it the first week. Probably not very much. Probably just do the auction house a little bit and spark my character. If I can get to a profession area where I could just do work orders, I'll level that way. I'll just fill out work orders for next to nothing because I want to level to 50. Work order, all you have to do is you have to get near a bench, like a blacksmithing bench on a new area, and that's where you can fill out the work orders.
Right. I remember that. Yeah, you're right.
People bring their own mats. They provide you with the mats. They provide you with the tip. They just want the stuff crafted. They don't care. They don't care about anything. They just want to get their hammer or their knife or their a special craft.
And then you get the skill up, but you don't get the actual item. That's cool.
You don't have to throw away the product afterwards. Somebody else gets it. So it's great. You better get on that though the first 1 or 2 weeks, because after that people will be beyond it, and it's gonna be hard to find people to fill out your work orders because they won't want to do it for 5 gold. You know, they're just not gonna be bothered with it. There's going to be other things that drop more gold. I'm sad to say that the Shadowlands gold bag for doing your daily has been nerfed.
Oh, wicked.
300 gold now for doing callings, unless you do the fill up the Anima Reservoir. You still get 1,600 gold for that one. That's about it.
But then also to the table missions went from 250 to 225.
Yeah, they're nerfing a whole lot of stuff to push people towards the new stuff. I did the Ashley pet battle a couple of times this week to level my pet to level 14. And then from level 14, you go to Frostfire Ridge and you do the Gagra and you do the pet battle there to level to 20. And then you only need to do Super Squirt a little bit to level from 20 to 25. Basically, I always keep a battle stone on me. If I'm at 24, I just use a battle stone. And I try to waste as many of the critter battle stones as I can because I hate those. It's such a waste. Critters and beast battle stones, you use up those as much as possible because you get a ton of them. And you never end up using them. You get like a stack of 200 of those. And it's like, what are you going to do with them? You're done leveling critters at some point. Magic battle stones, mechanical battle stones, and dragonkin battle stones. You hang on to those because those are hard to come by. There's not that many that use them, and they don't drop very often. Humanoid battle stones, it's iffy. Sometimes they drop, sometimes they don't. Undead battle stones, they're kind of rare. So if you have some of those, you want to hang on to those. And the level 1 pet to 25 instantly, that's useful when you're doing when you're in a dungeon. If you have one on you and you need a specific pet, you already have all the breeds, all the types, and your pets are all blue, and you don't have the pet for a specific pet battle, you're in a pet dungeon, you have a level 1, boom, he's level 25, one shot, and then you can keep doing your dungeon. But usually when you go to Zufu, they tell you all the pets you need ahead of time, and if you have the right pets for all the battles. Yeah, not very good on the auction house this week. I only made like about 200K, and that's not profit. That's just total sales. So it's hit and miss. The Vial of the Sands I sold are mostly 45 or 50K, so not much profit there. I sold one vial, I think, for 80K, but not like that's super rare, and that almost never happens now because the price of the mats have come down so much. People try and cut into your profit, and that's pretty much been my week.
Oof.
Yeah.
Sounds like you had a good week. And
Yeah, I didn't much WoW, but I played a lot of Tech Warrior 5. Like, I played all night to get to my 40 million C-bills. I got to my 30 million gold, then I moved on. I repeated the one quest to get to 30 million. I moved on to a different area, and I got a lot of mechs. When you sell a mech, you make like 2-3 times the amount of gold that you would normally doing other stuff. So you try to get to somewhere where you can loot mechs, because that's kind of rare and far between at the start. So you have to move on to harder areas, zones of conflict where you can get bonus drops. But yeah, I had a really, really good week. I had a lot of fun, but not as much in WoW. And that's been my week.
Awesome. All right, so why don't we talk about what's going on in the Clans of Darknesses and Control Alt WoW on Nevercoof and Murmester Cord?
So it looks like this week we had a lot of leveling, like a lot. Mostly on Earthen Ring, but I'll flip through all the names and you'll see. Right. So at level 45 we have Vira Sunsword, and we also have Zashara. At level 50 we have Oberon, and we have Tygax. At level 60, a whole slew of people. We have Ashcaw K. We have Gale on Winterhoof, or Nevercoof, some of us like to call it. We have Matanoria. We have Matarena. We have Matarishna. We have Matavrishna. We have Miss Awesome. We have Raspberries. We have Razin. And we have Zuljinga. So that's all the level 60s this week. So again, the level 60s this week are Ashkake, Gale, Matanoria, Matarena, Matavrishna is Awesome, Raspberries, Razin, and Zuljinga. And we need a song.
Funny how time flies when you're having fun. So who has reached Exalted with Clan of Darknesses or Control Out?
It looks like Matanoria hit that milestone when he was leveling his, I think I would say Horde character on Clan of Darkness US, Earthen Ring US. So congratulations, Matanoria. Yay!
Yay. Awesome. Good job. All right. So next week, everything will be different. And it'll be exciting.
I imagine we'll have lots of content next week.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of content. And hopefully everybody will have a good first or second day, because the first day is always going to be a little bit rocky on a new expansion.
Right.
And it should be fun. How's the chat room? Chat room, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, chat room.
Thank you, chat room.
I'll put this up tonight. Duvasay, thanks for all your gifts. I didn't bring up that, but I'm still playing Pokemon. And why you laugh? I love it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Pokemon Go?
Yes. And I play it on 3 different accounts. And it's really neat because Duvasay's been sending me all these interesting little, each Pokestop that when you send a gift, it's a historical thing, it's kind of interesting. One of the ones I send out from down the street here is Jeffrey Osborne's birthplace, which is kind of neat. Anyways, thanks for joining us. We will.
My pleasure. Always a pleasure. We'll see you next week, hopefully.
And a shout out to Kyle and Grand Nagus, wherever you are.
Indeed, yeah.
This is a brilliant for the Horde, for Population 1, and for Zenith.
This is Constructs for those darn new evokers that we're going to have to figure out.
This is Curly for the Dragon Isles. Woohoo!
Woohoo! All right. Thanks, guys. Good show.
Have a great night, everybody.
Good night. Thanks,
Awesome.
chat room.